There's no doubt, Cody, that this guy's bringing something special then, huh?
Joe is special. He's special ops. That's what he does, and he's done it in the field for real. Combat situations, I don't know anything about that.
Cody Lundin was a fan favorite on Dual Survival, known for his calmness and proven survival skills. He brought a sense of honesty and experience that made the show stand out. But after 3 seasons, he disappeared without prior notice, and viewers were left wondering what happened. Years later, Cody broke his silence and shared the real story behind his exit. His version of events paints a very different picture from what fans saw on TV. Join us as we uncover what really happened to Cody Lundin. Dual Survival premiered in 2010 on Discovery Channel and quickly became a fan favorite. Much of the show's early success came from the strong contrast between its 2 hosts, Cody Lundin and Dave Canterbury. Their different personalities and survival styles kept viewers interested. Cody brought a calm, nature-based approach, often going barefoot and using primitive skills. Dave, on the other hand, had a military background and believed in using tools for fast action. This balance of opposites made the show exciting to watch, as fans got to see 2 very different ways of handling survival situations. However, their disagreements were not just part of the show. They had real arguments about how to handle survival situations. Cody focused on conserving energy and thinking things through. Dave often wanted to take risks. These differences created tension during filming, and their teamwork often broke down. Cody later said in public posts that their styles clashed and that they didn't always see eye to eye when it came to safety and survival philosophy. The tension wasn't just between Cody and Dave. It extended to how the show was run. Producers liked the drama between them, but some of it was dangerous. Cody later stated that some of Dave's methods were unsafe and not realistic for true survival scenarios. While Cody stayed professional on camera, it was clear the partnership was becoming strained. After the 2nd season, Dave Canterbury was quietly removed from the show. At first, the network didn't give a full explanation, but soon after, reports began to surface that Dave had lied about his military background when applying for the show. He had claimed to be a sniper and Army Ranger with 20 years of experience. However, military records revealed that he had served around 6 years as a military police officer and had not received sniper or ranger training. The Discovery Channel did not make a public statement, but it was clear that this false information played a role in his removal. Dave later admitted in a video that he had lied in his resume. He apologized to his fans and said it was a serious mistake. He explained that he wanted the job so badly that he exaggerated his background.
The question becomes, did I embellish some of the things on my resume? I did. I didn't do it to hurt anyone. I didn't do it to make things difficult for anyone in my family. I actually did it to, number 1, better my family, and number 2, to be able to bring the skills that I teach to a mass audience.
Many fans were disappointed, especially those who had respected his skills on the show. While some forgave him, others felt he had disrespected the military and the audience's trust. Dave's removal changed the direction of Dual Survival. His departure made room for a new co-host, but it also left behind a sense of unfinished business between him and Cody. The partnership had started strong, but disagreements, pressure from the network, and false claims brought it to a sudden end. After Dave left the show, Discovery Channel brought in Joe Teddy, another survival expert with military training. Joe was introduced as an all-American hero with a strong background in special operations. At first, viewers saw him and Cody working together smoothly. Their interactions looked friendly. They seemed to respect each other's skills. On camera, it appeared like a perfect pairing. Cody's steady calm mixed with Joe's tactical confidence. But behind the scenes, things were far different. According to Cody, the friendship was not real. He revealed that Joe had a short temper and often tried to scare him. Cody later explained that he was genuinely afraid of Joe's behavior. During filming, Joe allegedly pulled out various weapons. He carried an ice axe, a spear, and other tools. Rather than use them for survival, he reportedly waved them at Cody, trying to intimidate him into following orders or even rushing through scenes. One of the most alarming incidents comes from a report about a court filing Cody made. Cody described a moment when Joe raised an ice axe and said he would bury him on a mountainside. In another incident, while shooting in Hawaii, Joe allegedly threatened to impale Cody with a spear. In these moments, Cody felt unsafe. He believed Joe was trying to scare him into keeping quiet and to continue filming, no matter how intense or risky the scene was. It was a far cry from the calm, respectful team dynamic fans saw on TV. Cody had signed a multi-season hosting contract and felt he had a right to a safe work environment. and instead of producers stepping in, Cody felt he got no support. The producers' focus on drama seemed to allow Joe's behavior instead of stopping it. For fans, it was shocking to hear that a survival show built to test skills and teamwork had real conflict and fear behind the scenes. Joe, for his part, never publicly addressed these allegations in detail, at least not on camera. After the media reported the incident, things went back to being normal until Joe was eventually fired from the show. Although the reason for this wasn't explicitly stated, there are reports that he was cut off after a disturbing incident that took place during filming. The reports describe a violent encounter between Joe and a stray dog near the production set. Details about what exactly happened vary. Some sources say Joe only injured the dog, while others claim he killed it. However, the incident reportedly started when the dog began chasing a group of stray cats near the crew's camp. When the dog caught one of the cats, Joe stepped in and reacted with force. People on set were shocked by what happened. Some crew members viewed his actions as excessive and unnecessary. Even though Joe may have believed he was protecting the cats, the level of violence raised serious concerns. The production team saw the event as unacceptable, and it quickly became a turning point. Rather than treating the incident as a misunderstanding, the producers took firm action. They saw Joe's behavior as crossing a line and used it as a reason to distance themselves from him. According to a reliable source, Discovery executives decided not only to remove him from the show, but also banned him from entering their offices. Since this wasn't the first time concerns had been raised about Joe's behavior behind the scenes, the incident quickly gained attention. But unlike previous issues, this one stood out. It created enough backlash to end his time with the network. After his removal, Discovery quietly moved forward with new hosts and did not make a public announcement. Prior to Joe's removal from the show, the producers caught fans off guard when they announced that Cody would not be returning for the 4th season. The news came as a shock because Cody had always been seen as a calm and reliable survivalist, someone who could handle even the toughest situations. His sudden exit raised questions, and his brief explanation only added to the confusion. In a message shared on Facebook in February 2014, Cody explained that he had been fired by Discovery Channel due to what he called differences over safety and health concerns on the show. He thanked his supporters and said that while he would miss being on the show, what he would miss most was the chance to teach survival skills and share knowledge about indigenous culture and nature. At first, Discovery tried to keep things under the radar. In a statement to a media outlet, the network said they were simply trying to bring different perspectives on survival to their audience and that it was time for a change. They added that they had a good run with Cody and wished him well. This sounded like a peaceful parting, but fans were not convinced. Things escalated when another media outlet reported that Cody was very unhappy with the way Discovery was handling the situation. He later shared more details on social media, saying that the network's statements were inaccurate and uncalled for. Cody said the original press releases from Discovery made it sound like he was returning for the full 4th season, which he claimed was not true. Later statements gave the impression that he had quit the show voluntarily, which he also denied. Then, as more press releases came out, some suggested that Cody had simply reached his limit, that he couldn't handle the survival challenges anymore. Cody debunked these claims, saying they were not only false but insulting to his experience and integrity. He made it clear that he did not choose to leave and that he was fired under circumstances he felt were unfair and unsafe. In 2016, the full weight of this conflict became public when Cody filed a defamation lawsuit against Discovery Channel and its producers. The details of the lawsuit, which were shared by a reliable source, revealed that Cody believed he was deliberately made to look unstable through editing. He said the producers cut scenes in a way that made him appear panicked or mentally unfit, when in reality he was responding to dangerous situations on set. According to the lawsuit, Cody claimed that many of the safety issues stemmed from his co-host at the time, Joe Teddy. Cody said that Joe repeatedly created unsafe conditions during filming and that he even threatened him physically. Despite the tension between the hosts, Cody said that the producers failed to step in or protect him. Instead, he claimed they used editing tricks to make him look like the problem. The show's version of events, he said, was very different from what was really happening behind the scenes. The public was left with two very different stories, one from the network, which suggested a simple change in direction, and one from Cody, who described a pattern of unsafe working conditions and misleading storytelling. The lawsuit brought attention to the lesser-known side of reality TV, where drama is sometimes prioritized over truth and real people can be harmed in the process. After Cody's departure, Discovery replaced him with another survivalist, Matt Graham, and continued the series. But the damage to the show's image had already been done. Fans remained divided. Some continued to support the new hosts, while others felt that Cody was the heart of the show and that he had been mistreated. Many viewers also questioned how someone with Cody's reputation and skill set could be dismissed so easily. He taught survival not just as a skill but as a mindset built on respect and knowledge of the natural world. For years, he had been the calm, barefoot teacher who kept things real. To suddenly suggest that he couldn't hack it seemed out of character and out of line. In 2018, a major decision was made in the legal battle between Cody and Discovery Channel. In the court document, he claimed that the network had damaged his reputation by editing the series footage in a way that misrepresented his actions. Cody said this not only hurt his image, but also impacted his professional work as a survival instructor. The case was reviewed by Judge Rosalyn O. Silver in Arizona. After going through the evidence and the claims, Judge Silver ruled in favor of Discovery Channel. She concluded that the points Cody listed in his lawsuit were not strong enough to prove defamation under the law. In her words, none of the statements identified by Cody as allegedly supporting his claims is a sufficient basis for his claims. This meant the court found that the show's content was not false or damaging enough to meet the legal standard for defamation. No doubt the ruling was a disappointment for Cody, who had spent years trying to clear his name. He believed that the truth had not been properly heard. In his view, the case wasn't just about what was said, it was about the way he was treated, how the show was edited, and the impact it had on his life and career. Even after the judge's decision, Cody did not give up. He continued to speak out about the situation and remained active in his effort to appeal the ruling. According to a source, Cody has been working through the legal system to have the decision reviewed by a higher court. He wants a chance to fully present his side and to hold the network accountable for what he says was an unfair portrayal. While Cody kept his fighting spirit alive, another important detail came to light about his former co-host, Joe Teddy. Apparently, after Joe was fired from the show, he also faced serious backlash from outside the entertainment world. But that wasn't all. He was also kicked out of the Special Forces Association, a respected organization made up of former and active-duty U.S. Army Special Forces members. Joe often spoke about his military background, presenting himself as someone with elite training and experience. However, questions began to arise about how accurate his claims were. He said he was a combat veteran. While that label is given to those who have served in active combat zones, reports revealed that Joe had never officially served in direct combat during his time in the military. Instead of clearing up the confusion or choosing to remain silent, he made things worse. He said that the unit he worked with was so secret that he was not allowed to talk about it. But rather than stop there, he went on to describe just how top secret it supposedly was. Viewers and military experts felt that if the work was truly classified, he wouldn't be discussing it at all. After looking into his record and conduct, the Special Forces Association decided to expel him from the group. Since leaving the show and the lawsuit, Cody has returned to the work that has always meant the most to him, teaching others how to survive in the wild. Long before he appeared on television, Cody was already a respected survival instructor with years of hands-on experience. He has now fully returned to that life, running his own school called the Aboriginal Living Skills School, based in Arizona. Cody founded the school in 1991 to teach modern people how to live off the land using both ancient and practical survival techniques. The school focuses on topics like wilderness survival and primitive living. Cody's teaching style is built around self-reliance, respect for nature, and staying calm under pressure. According to one of his posts, Cody is preparing to launch a new alpine survival course. The class will take place at 8,000 feet in the rugged Arizona backcountry. This setting will challenge students to survive in high-altitude conditions where weather, terrain, and temperature all present unique obstacles. Like all his courses, the goal is not just to survive, but to build confidence, develop real-world skills, and reconnect with the natural environment. Through his school, Cody continues to reach people across the world, not through a screen, but through direct experience. Speaking of direct experience, Cody has taken his deep knowledge and turned it into books, classes, and television projects that have helped thousands of people learn how to survive in harsh conditions. One of Cody's major projects was the Survival Show with Cody Lundin. He didn't just appear in the show. He also wrote, produced, directed, and starred in it. What makes this show unique is that it was created entirely by a trained survival professional, not a television producer. It remains one of the only survival shows made by someone with real credentials in the field. When he's not teaching at his own survival school, Cody also serves as an adjunct faculty member at Yavapai College, Prescott College, and the Akosa Institute. At these institutions, he teaches courses based on the survival and sustainability curricula he personally developed. In addition to all this, Cody is also the author of 2 best-selling books on survival. His first book, 98.6 Degrees: The Art of Keeping Your Ass Alive, was published in 2003. It teaches how to avoid dying from extreme temperatures in the wild by controlling body heat and making smart decisions. His second book, When All Hell Breaks Loose: Stuff You Need to Survive When Disaster Strikes, came out in 2006. This book is more focused on home and urban survival during emergencies like natural disasters, power outages, and civil unrest. Both books have been translated into several languages and regularly appear in the top 10 bestsellers in their category. They are widely used by hikers, campers, and emergency planners around the world. But it doesn't end there. Cody's deep knowledge of both physical and mental survival has also earned him a place among high-level professionals. He is often asked to serve as an expert for news outlets and organizations. He has consulted on real-world emergencies and disaster situations for both national and international media. He has trained thousands of students from all walks of life, as well as private companies, government agencies, and emergency teams. Cody's work has also gained the attention of many well-known media platforms. He has been featured in major news outlets and television programs, including The Today Show, CBS News, and USA Today, to mention a few. These appearances helped bring his message to a wider audience and allowed more people to learn the importance of being prepared for the unexpected.